Hello, bass family. Welcome to Everything Bass. So, well, man, in response to a 60 cycle hum, which is again the term I use for bass feedback, people give me comments, suggestions, questions, and things. I love it because it gives me ideas for videos like this. So, if you've been watching my videos and you've noticed that I've shown you a lot of minor scales. I mean, you've got minor pentatonic, you've got the minor blues scale. All the modes that are minor. So you got Dorian, Phrygian, Aeolian. There's a lot of minor scales to choose from. So the question comes, which one should I use? And that's a absolutely great question. That is not a bad question at all. And I'd like to deal with that today in a pretty quick hit video. So one thing about all those scales that I've talked about is that they have the same root, the same minor third, same perfect fifth, and the same minor seventh. If we look at like A minor pentatonic, it's got root, minor third, perfect fifth, minor seventh, octave. We look at the blues scale, it still has that same core arpeggio. We got Dorian, still has that same arpeggio. Phrygian has the same arpeggio. Aeolian, same arpeggio. Now, what's important about this, and I hope it's not lost on you, is when we know what's similar about it, what's the other notes are what's unique about it, and those are the ones we want to focus on. Those are the ones that will tell us which scales we should use. Let's compare two. I'll put aside the minor pentatonic and the blues scale. Obviously, when you're looking at the eithers, do you want that flat 5 to 5? Then you would use the blues scale. If you don't want that flat 5 to 5, then minor pentatonic's great. But let's say you want to go beyond. You want to add in 2s and 6s and things like that. Knowing which one, which major 6 or minor 6, that can inform you a lot. Let's compare two scales. We're going to compare A Dorian to A Aeolian. So A Dorian has a major 6. That's one of its real keys to the sound. An A minor 6 chord really fits nice with Dorian. That sound. Aeolian has that minor 6 sound. So since all the other notes are the same, all it is the 6, that's an easy choice. Do you want this 6 or do you want this 6? Now right there, let me move it up an octave. It should be able to be easier to hear. That's a little more light sounding, a little more positive. It has kind of a cool, it's a major 6, so it's got that major vibe to it. Check out the minor 6. That's got a really dark sound. So I use those notes as the guiding post to whether I would use one of the other scales. I use Mixolydian, I use Dorian if I want that major 6. I use Dorian a lot of my slap lines, like E Dorian, because I like that major 6 to minor 7. But maybe for a darker sound, I would make that a C to a D. So I've got the E Aeolian. As opposed to. So again, if we know what's the same about all those scales, they have the same arpeggio. That's why they work over A minor triads and A minor 7s, or minor triads and minor 7 triads, minor 7 arpeggios. Man, I'm all over the place today. Since we know what's same, all the scales have the same root, third, fifth, and seventh. Then we look at where the other notes are. Now, all of them have similarities. There's one, Phrygian has a minor 2, so maybe it's that sound. If we compare Phrygian to Aeolian, now here's Aeolian, we just got done with that. Here's Phrygian. The only note difference is that it's got a B flat, it's got a minor 9, a minor 2. So maybe you want that sound, which is kind of that. It's even darker sounding. So I encourage you to go back, if you're unfamiliar with those, go back to my mode series and look at modes 2, modes 3, and mode 6 to get those modes I talked about. Go back and look at my minor pentatonic and my blues scale. You do all that and then start comparing what sounds good to the other. The other thing I can tell you, man, it's so great to invest in a looper and play a minor 7 chord and experiment with each one of the scales and hear the difference. What are those unique notes? What makes a Dorian a Dorian? What makes a Phrygian a Phrygian? And when you do that exploration, you'll be ready to improvise them and be more informed about it. All right, so how's this video? Do you understand what I'm talking about? And we can do this with others, like with all the different major scales, and look at the different notes. But I want to start here because it's the one that people ask about most, because there's just a lot of minor scales out there. All right, I want in the comments below, let me know what's your thoughts. What questions do you still have? Did I resolve any of the questions? Do you find the video helpful? All this stuff helps me create the next video. And of course, if you like the video, please just hit the thumbs up, give me a like on that. Please subscribe to the channel. It's the one thing, man, during these kind of strange and tense times that makes me so happy every single time. I value every one of my subscribers, and every time it hits me, I just love it. So thank you so much. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you at the next video. Cool.